Hello again, my name is Krolsek, and I'll be bringing you another Wargame Red Dragon gameplay. Alright, this is the same map as last time. Another D-Day in Paradise. And I got re-rolled into playing a naval battle. Well, being a player that mostly supported a naval battle. With another ally of mine, Kami Killer, who also pulled his pulled more work than I did during the game. I was originally supposed to go to a hotel, but since one of my allies didn't really have a whole lot of ships, with version 66, it wiped out usually all but two categories in your naval deck, unfortunately. So there we have it. So a massive blob of ships comes down through here and decimates several ships before they're able to really get some shots off. Anyways, we got CF-18 ASWs also coming in, which are ludicrously overpowered for their price. 130 points grants you 8 harpoons and 4 A-Minims. Legion says that they know about it. It's more just a placeholder price, because this, of course, this is a closed beta. So several Terrantools go down, and 5 A5 Nachangs start coming up through here. Unfortunately for him, all 5 go down. So with a good majority of the ships on this side all being very kind of cheap, not very good, and mostly wiped out, I pull over and start focusing on this side with Kami Killer, with all my frigates alike. Fortunately, my only aircraft kill of the game is that poor Super Hornet. So now I've just got my blob of cheap ships. Cheap shit ships. Focusing down the Tarantoul at the moment with a Type 53 coming in to support the Tarantoul. And the ship goes down. I think one of the main parts that I really like about naval combat is that it looks so good. It's a very pretty aspect of the game. So I bring out 3 more ASW to see what kind of damage I can't do against that Udaloy. CF-18 circle around, and the ship is taken out before it can really do real damage to the frigates and destroyers here. Commie Killer brings up a whole bunch of Pegasuses, which are just mostly harpoon-carrying ships. They don't really do much else otherwise. Making them to be more of just a one-trick horse. So I start selling some supplies from Commie Killer with his LCU 1610. Unfortunately, while I didn't really lose a whole lot of ships this game, a significant portion of them were very heavily damaged and were out of action for a good bit of the game, however short it was. So here during the lull, with the only real action being that Commie Killer's engaging with is his Pegasuses. My anti-ship aircraft take off, and they're finally refueling and resupplying to take out the Type 53, which is moving to take over Alpha. Unfortunately, ships don't really last long if they're unsupported. As seen there. Unfortunately, a couple lucky Schmel rockets managed to take out both his supply ship and his and most of his Pegasuses. Pegasi. Take your pick. So the vast majority of the Navy's been mostly taken out by the both my ASW aircraft and his harpoons. Basically, the only way you can get through to them is just by sheer force. I mean, you just got to spam as many anti-ship weapons as you can to achieve the results that you want. What instruction of that ship, the vast majority of the Warsaw Pact Navy is destroyed, save for a number of Schmels over here and some destroyers. Destroyers or frigates, I'm not really sure. I'm not a person. Tram manages to sneak in a harpoon shot, and I'm still desperately waiting for my ships, for my anti-shipping weapons to finally resupply, and so I can start working down that sovereignty and take at least take a bit of the heat off of my allies' ships. Fortunately, one of the Champs-Souris gets taken out by an Su-30, and I finally start bringing my ships back up. The sovereignty goes down, thus taking out a major portion of the fleet. So all that's left is to really mop up what, just really mop up more than anything. So a Schmel and then Type 53 are only really what remain on this side of Charlie. And Pohang finally scores a hit on that Type 53, sinking it. Seed is actually quite powerful versus ships, and depending on if you were lucky with it before patch 66, you could one-hit kill a ship with Seed due to the calculations. Well, due to the math, despite being extremely unrealistic. So I finally bring back up another resupply ship to both resupply mine and, in theory, resupply my allies, but he starts pushing forward towards Charlie before I'm able to do that. Type 51 knows he's not really going to last long, and with two CF-18s out there, he's not going to last long, as he's, again, a lone unsupported ship, aside from a single Su-27 SK. Two AIM-9s do their work, and four his missiles collide and sink the ship. Tram Intruder gets another kill, sinking the last CV ship. I believe that's out there. I'm not really sure. But regardless, he finally brings out his few types of just riverine ships. All the while, the very lucky Mi-2 escapes two Eurofighter Typhoons. And my Congo's getting both repaired and refitted with plenty of defensive weapons. Well, sorry, SM-2 MR Block 2. Saying. Anyways, yeah. This is where 2 enemies drop. Normally, he'd just kind of say GG, but things have to be kind of tweaked a lot with the ship availability, because with 2 people dropping, quite a bit of a blob forms, and you'll see that here in just a little bit. I'm not really sure why I evac'd my Super Hornet and my CF-18. Regardless, quite a bit of a blob. Type 51s, Type 53s. And a whole mess of Type 37s start spawning in. And then my second loss of the game, a Dong Hai, gets taken out with the new blob. I'm uninformed. Wrapping up here pretty quickly, though I have to pull out my ASW aircraft again for fear of being taken out. Kind of just let you appreciate the sound design that went behind all the Sea Whiz and gun sounds. It just, to me, it sounds very nice, but regardless. One of the allied Pohangs are getting critical hits and are very quickly taken down. Another Type 37 goes down, and an Oliver Hazard Perry is engaging with its autocannon as Bless PL stuff starts moving up to assist. And unfortunately, before the blob can be addressed, the game ends, and there we have it. So that's naval combat in Red Dragon. It's definitely going to need some